have the kimchi sauce.
Hi.
Hi.
I love you.
I love you too. That's my present for them. And I'm so excited and so happy. Quick and easy meal. Okay, so I have this dress that I wore to Arky's second birthday. If you're a man watching this, please just kindly let yourself out. Hello everyone, welcome back to the vlog. I don't remember the last time I vlogged. I just did a little photo shoot. My lipstick is now coming off because I was just literally stuffing my face with food, and now I kind of feel like having ramen because I was just kind of snacking, but I want like spicy ramen, I think, with cheese. Sounds so good. All right, I'm getting in my comfy position. You guys know this is like where I sit, where I love to chat and talk. But today's sponsor is Bellesa. So I want to say a huge thank you to Bellesa for sponsoring this video. I am a huge fan of Bellesa. I've worked with them now multiple times, but I've been a fan prior to working with them. And I love that they originated from Montreal. So I just feel like a little bit more excited when I talk about them because, to be honest, it's very rare when I get Canadian brands, but even then, brands that were founded in Montreal. It's a worldwide brand. It's not like you can't order their stuff from around the world. They do ship internationally, but I am just like, I geek out over it a little bit. If you don't know what Bellesa is, they are a by women for women website all about sex positivity, tapping into your own sexuality, feeling a lot more comfortable with that. You guys know I've really opened up a lot about this in the past, I would say, year. I used to be really nervous to talk about this stuff. I felt like it was very taboo. I felt like it was something that I just wasn't, not qualified, but like, I don't know, I felt a little uncomfortable with it, and I realized that is a big stigma around this kind of talk and around this type of subject, and I just told myself I wasn't gonna do that anymore. And honestly, Bellesa has really changed the game when it comes to my personal sex life, as well as my own sexuality with myself. And that Bellesa and like my spicy books, I would say, the combination of the two of them have just really amped up my sex life. So I don't know, I feel very confident and like comfortable talking about it. I think it's such an important subject to talk about. I feel like as women, but especially moms, it's like once you become a mother, that stuff gets pushed aside a lot, especially in society. And I hate that. I feel like ever since becoming a mom, I've really come into my sexuality and really felt a lot more confident and comfortable with that aspect of my life. So I don't know, I feel like it shouldn't be something that like, oh, once you're a mom, you like can never have any pleasure ever again. That's not the case at all. So I'm gonna talk about my 3 favorite vibes. And I did do a giveaway with Bellesa last time that went so well, like literally hundreds of you guys signed up. So I'm gonna do another one because my friends at Bellesa love to give away free gift cards or free vibes. So there will be a link in my description where you can just go enter your email and you'll either get a free vibrator or a free gift card for a certain amount. The more people that sign up and the more emails that go in, the more chances you have of getting an actual free vibrator. That's just how it works. So like, I don't know, I usually like make all my friends and stuff and enter, and then all my like cousins and friends, and then they all enter and they end up getting a bunch of free stuff. So the first one is the Air Vibe. This one is usually most people's favorite. Like when I talk to any one of my friends, typically this is their favorite. This one's great because it's like a stimulator for the inside G-spot as well as the outside, and is very flexible. So it's very easy to just kind of position it the way you want. This one I feel like is mainly for solo purposes. They have different functions, different vibrations, different speeds. It's waterproof, it's silicone, it's all like good for you, nothing is harmful. And then the discreet case, which is awesome because this is how you charge it. So it just looks like a little makeup case on top of your vanity. My personal favorite has always been the Pebble. This one, so good. I love this one so much. This one is fun because I can use it with my partner. It's very easy to fit in your hand. There's like 2 sides to it. So there is like the like suction side, and then there's the vibration side over here. So depending on what you want. But like I said, it's super small, you can see here. And then there's different modes. Again, silicone, very easy to use, and it's fun with a partner to use this one. Again, I just love the color. discreet case, how you charge it right here. And then this one is like becoming my new favorite one. It's not as small as the Pebble. Like this one is great for traveling. You guys know my stories with traveling with this. Well, if you don't, then go watch my other content. But this one is the Thump. This is like a new one to me. I recently got this one like a few months ago. It is still discreet, like it's still somewhat small, fits in your hand well, but there's 3 different modes. So there is the suction mode, there's the vibration mode, and then there's this new thing, which is like, it's called the Thump. It like bumps up and down, and it has like ridges, and I don't know. It's just an awesome toy. Again, you can use this one with a partner or on your own. So this one is great. Same type of thing. Silicone, different modes, different functions, sleek and discreet. And its charging case over here, and it's matte, and I love this color. This is like my favorite color. So those are my 3 favorite ones. They have a wide variety of ones on their website though. They have so many different toys. They have videos if you want to watch, stories. There's just like, their website has it all, and I like that it's made specifically for women. I just really like that. You can go and track everything to see it's all safe and good, and I'm a big fan of Bellesa. So if you want to sign up to get a free vibe or to get a gift card, please check out the description down below. And I will also have one on Instagram as well, so if you want to follow me there and check it out there. But this is like a separate one, so you can definitely enter both. I said this in my last video, but a big reason as to why I got a lot more comfortable was two reasons actually. My spicy books, specifically ACOTAR. ACOTAR really just opened my book 2. Book 2, was it chapter 54 or 55? I don't remember which one. That one really just did it for me. Also following this one influencer, Bethany Ciotola, I think is how you pronounce her last name. She's got 4 boys, she's a mom, and she very like much openly talks about sex and like her sex life and sex positivity without going into too much detail, but like it just made me feel so much more confident in that aspect because she's a mom, and I don't know, I just really respect that, and it made me feel a lot more comfortable and safe to talk about it. And now that I have been so open about it, talking to you guys about it has been so nice. I feel like we're just like this safe space of a place where we can just chat openly about sex and feel comfortable doing it and not feel ashamed or embarrassed or feel like it's taboo, because I spent a lot of my life feeling that way, and that's not okay. And I definitely don't want to raise the next generation like that. Who's here? Someone's at the door. Okay, it was Dan. I put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing, but I want to make some ramen. So I got my noodles. I'm just gonna put it in with a bit of water. And then I have the kimchi sauce, like that. Hoping this turns out, because I saw this on TikTok, the way that this person made it. Normally I just make a soup, but I liked how this was like mainly just noodles. So I will see how this turns out. Also to be able to get some cheese. Hello, why can't I flip this? There's a crazy snowstorm outside today. It's been insane. My dogs are literally jumping in the snow. Cheese. What is that noise? What is happening? I'm gonna do Tex-Mex because that's all we have. In the video they use like a mozzarella. This one is mozzarella, cheddar, and Monterey Jack with jalapeno cheeses. So that sounds good to me, right? Still a bit soupy. I don't know how to avoid that because the person I watched definitely did not have soupy noodles, but so cheesy. Okay, let's do it. Yum. Spicy and cheesy. I mean, it's simple. Definitely not like a healthy meal, but a quick and easy meal. When I don't have time, or I'm in a rush, or I'm lazy, this is what I like to have. We're getting together with my sister-in-law and her kids this afternoon. We're gonna play outside in the snow because it's a crazy snowstorm. And that's our plan for today. Smells good. I made some soup.
Spicy?
A little spicy, but not very spicy. If you want to try it.
No.
Okay. Do you need help?
Nope, I'm okay.
Well, do you need help taking off your snow pants?
No.
No, you can do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if you change your mind. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to eat all of this because it's just very salty. But Dan would definitely love this. I'm having a dilemma. It's my sister-in-law's baby shower today. And the theme is colorful dresses, whatever. Like, it's just, they want you to wear lots of color and print. But my issue is all my colorful stuff is summery. And it's like -10 outside, snowing, freezing cold. Granted, this thing is indoors in a restaurant, but still, I'm gonna be cold. Okay, so I have this dress that I wore to Arky's second birthday. It's cute, it's white, it's blue. She's having a boy, so I feel like it's fitting. But, I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna freeze because of the slit. I could put nylons on with boots, but even then, like, I'm already cold and it's not cold in my house. Plus, this bra, like, my strapless bra is fine. I just find it always falls. And my old one that fit really well is now too big on me. So I don't know, maybe I could just wear my hair like this. This is an option. I'll show you the other ones I have too. All right, I wore this to Arky's third birthday. It's from Nothing Fits But. There's no slit, so only my ankles will peer out. If I'm wearing boots, I feel like my legs won't be cold. These go down all the way. Similar vibe on top. It's just the bra. Whatever. Honestly, don't care about that. And this is warmer material. It's thicker. So you know what? I actually think I'm gonna go with this. Even though it's not the most like flattering dress, I feel like it's comfy. I feel princess vibes. And I have my jacket in case of anything. So I think this is what I'm gonna go with. It's just the bra straps. Okay, I'm trying to figure out boots. Obvious choice are these ones, because they go. These don't go at all, but I kind of like that. I kind of like the fact that they're like grungy with something super girly. But honestly, I just think these make more sense. Like, I'm going to a baby shower. I need to be a little bit realistic here. But I think this makes sense. This fit. Very baby shower. Cute. I'm excited for my gift. We have to also bring diapers for like a diaper raffle. And then, what else did I get her? 2 onesies from Kite Baby. Swaddles from Aiden and I forget, it's all Amazon. And then I got a book that Arky always really liked, so that's my present for them. I'm so excited and so happy. And I'm going with 2 of my other sister-in-laws and my niece, so it's gonna be really fun. All right, I switched the bra, so they're a bit more like wide, the straps. And you still do see the color, but I find it kind of matches the vibe. It's like a dusty, rusty orange. You can see from the back here. Thinner straps. There's more support, so I feel like my boobs are just, I don't know. They look real good. Don't mind my messy room. I'm not even, actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna apologize. That's just my life. Cute, okay. Have my Arky necklace on. Earrings in from Missouri. I'm trying to find places to film that's nice lighting. That's not in the same locations every single time. It's actually really cold today. I think today's the coldest day so far of the winter. Last night was like -20 Celsius. It's supposed to warm up a little bit today, and obviously the sun is out, so that's nice, but it's just going to get my nails done today. These were my New Year's nails. They're like sparkly, really cute. But I think I want to do a nice French tip. I haven't done that in a while. And I saw this photo on Pinterest where the tip was like so skinny on top. And I wonder if she could do that, if it would look weird or what. But yeah, I'll let you know what I get done. Just wanted to say a big thank you for all of the support that I have been receiving on social media since coming back from my little hiatus. it's just really nice to have people be understanding. Not that I didn't think you guys would be understanding, but it's just really nice to be vulnerable without oversharing and have people just be really respectful and really kind towards situations. So I want to say thank you. I feel like a lot of my past online presence was very much an open book. I started out doing social media full time in 2015, like end of 2014, and the times are just so different. Back then I vlogged everything and said anything. Maybe it's not just the times changing, but like the fact that I'm getting older, I value a lot more privacy. And so even if I'm going through something, I don't love sharing it in the moment when it comes to myself. If I do feel like sharing it, I will share kind of like after the fact. It's a lot easier for me to be vulnerable with my past self than it is with my present self, if that even makes sense. For instance, I only started speaking about my infertility issues after I had the failed IVF transfer. So because we weren't going directly into another transfer and I wanted to do more research and just like figure stuff out, I was just having such a hard time not talking about something that was so big in my life, that had such an impact. So that's why I decided to talk about it. The one downside to talking about it is then you get questions about it all the time. Why is it that when men sneeze, like the house is gonna explode? So I knew that was like, it's normal. When, you know, after I gave birth to Arky, I literally instantly got questions, when is baby number 2? And it was like, I just gave birth 5 days ago. What are you talking about? So I expect that, and it's fine. Like, that's why I decided to open up about it, because I was feeling more at peace with the situation. I wasn't feeling very as sensitive. Obviously I go through waves, but for the most part, I'm just very glad I shared it, because I've connected with so many women that have gone through it, are currently going through it, are gonna go through it, and it's just a really isolating time and experience if you haven't been through it before. And I feel like even when, like in my case, it's secondary infertility, so it's like people don't even take it as serious, because they're like, well, you had a kid, so like, it's possible, just do this, just do that. What is it, my love? I'm gonna go downstairs so I can go in his room. Like I was saying, I feel like when it comes to secondary infertility, people just don't take it as seriously, because they're like, you had a kid already, clearly it's possible, just, you know, go on vacation, stop trying, do this, do that. Yeah, I just feel like it wasn't taken as seriously. It's like, as someone who is going through it without a kid, and I'm not saying that one is better than the other, like obviously they both suck no matter what. I'm very grateful for my child and I love him so much. Doesn't take away the fact that it still hurts, you know? I think I'm at a place now where when I am going through something, I feel okay talking about it, like after the fact, when I've come to terms with it, processed it, felt my emotions, and I'm not in the thick of it. When it comes to other people, for instance, like my dad or whatever, I'm just not gonna share details, because it's just not my place. So yeah, even like when I posted on Instagram saying, you know, someone had asked like, how's your dad doing? And I said, he's doing a lot better. Thank you so much for asking, and thank you so much for not prying. I instantly got a ton of questions being like, wait, what happened to your dad? Tell me the details. And I'm like it's just, I get it. I get the curiosity, and obviously me talking about things is gonna open up the curiosity for people, but I wanna be able to say like, hey, we're going through something. I just don't wanna give details, and I hope that's okay. And if people don't like that, then that's fine. Like, you're allowed to feel the way you wanna feel. I just like have such a hard time putting my brain into like, how do I explain this? Because I would never personally write something out to somebody or comment on something. I would think certain things or text my friends and assume things or say things or whatever, but I would never pry, be like, you have to tell us, you owe us this. And it's like such a weird concept, because my brain genuinely does not comprehend that. Truly, like it just does not work that way. So when I get that, I'm like, what? Like, it's just very, very odd to me. That being said, I'm still...
Mommy?
Yes?
You want to watch one ring?
Oh, wow, I love that ring. Is that Daddy's ring?
Yeah, or keep it in my pocket.
Okay, have fun.
Hi,
Hi.
I love you.
I love you too. I don't even know if I'm making any sense because I'm trying to like be somewhat respectful with the way I say this, but I just feel like I don't know how else to say it other than the fact that I know that by mentioning certain things, it's gonna make people curious, and that's fine, but there's a difference between being curious and just wishing the best for someone and being curious and prying and demanding information. So I wanted to say thank you for the majority of you, like 99% of people were so respectful and so sweet and so nice. So thank you. And I think moving into 2024, I'm just a lot more confident and sure in my decisions in life, not just with social media, but with everything. And I'm very proud of myself for that. 2022 obviously sucked, but for me, 2023 was an amazing year, like for my mental health, my physical health. Like I just really focused on figuring myself out. I don't think that will ever end. I'm always gonna constantly grow and evolve, but feeling like just very proud of where I am in life. I don't know. I have a good feeling about 2024. I just really do. And I'm wishing the same for you guys. So that is the update. I do have another thing I want to talk about later, but I'm gonna go get my nails done and I'll catch up in a little bit. Just got home, got my nails done. I did a simple French, you can see, really thin on top, just classy. And we are eating pomegranates together.
I'll see your nails again. And what are those lights?
The tips.
I like them.
Mm-hmm.
Good. They're super good.
Super good?
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite?
Get some more for me,
Please.
please.
Dan went for a run with the dogs outside, even though it's freezing cold. Very proud of him. I had a photo shoot a few days ago. Over a week ago.
Mommy,
Mm-hmm.
I hope Daddy get too cold.
Yeah, he's not gonna get too cold, don't worry. I'm starting to get some of the photos back, like sneak peeks, and they're so nice. And I always feel so vain for saying that because it's like a photo of myself. I'm like, wow, how pretty. I shot with my friend Bear, and she's just so talented for getting like the image that I wanted. We're also gonna be doing another photo shoot with her for a new like photo art for my podcast.
Hello.
Kyle and I.
Hi.
So we're gonna be doing another shoot.
Bench.
But the one I did a few days ago was for like a specific campaign that needed like professional photos. So I asked her, and of course she was like, heck yeah. I love shooting with her. Okay, Dan, what did you make?
Mac and cheese.
Oh yeah. I found a recipe on TikTok. Dan says it's very similar to what he makes.
That's how everyone makes mac and cheese. The only
This one
difference
just looks
was
so good.
she used a can of evaporated milk, which I've never done before.
He did half with peas because Archie really likes peas with mac and cheese, and then the other half is just normal. You're broiling it?
Yeah, I'm just letting it broil till it browns.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Looks good.
You're a fan of mac and cheese?
I love making mac and cheese.
Oh my god, the way you're doing it reminded me of that guy who's doing the salt, you know?
Daddy, it's ready.
It is.
Oh, this is the glove. How did? Why did?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, this is so crazy.
This is so crazy. Yum.
You like it?
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's
And
cheesy.
Don't eat it. Super hot.
Okay.
Matt, you like it?
So good. Oh my goodness.
Mm. Now that is cheesy mac and cheese.
Wow, good bite.
And be careful, it's hot.
Wow.
Okay. Not hot.
Mmm. What do you think, Dan?
It's really good.
It's really good. I think the noodles make a difference too because it all like absorbs the creamy cheesiness.
I would have put a more cheesy cheese,
Yeah?
like
Like a Gouda.
Gouda or Emmental or something that's like a bit more cheesy, but
You're the one she did?
yeah, I just did like cheddar, Monterey Jack, and mozzarella, which is like pretty
Mom,
basic.
this is so good.
It's so good.
Daddy, nice cook.
Thank you.
You helped, Archie. You're the best cook ever.
Yep. He helped with the cheese, he did the noodles, he stirred, we made the roux.
And I didn't help us the roux.
Yeah, you did. You stirred it.
No, I didn't help us to see the greens.
No, the parsleys. No.
Daddy did it.
No.
Yum. Fresh cold water with something super salty. Okay, I'm in my position. It's the next day today. And I want to give you a little update when it comes to my breast lift / reduction. I don't actually know if I'm going to do a reduction. I've talked about this, I think, in the previous video. But when I was initially losing weight, I forgot that I also lose weight in my boobs. So the size that they are now is fine. Like, I'm totally okay with it. I just don't like the way they look. Like, I just don't. If you're a man watching this, please just kindly let yourself out. But I just catch myself in certain positions where I see them and I'm like, whoa. I just don't feel sexy or confident. I get rashes underneath them with acne all the time because of, like, I don't even know if it's chafing or sweat or what, but because they're not perky anymore, they just stick to literally my abs. And it's just empty on top and then like a ball at the bottom. And I don't want to trigger anyone with this, and that's why I feel bad talking about this, but I want to also be transparent if I'm going to get anything done, because I want to talk about my experience. I just don't want people to feel self-conscious if they're watching this and they have something similar and they didn't feel self-conscious prior. For me, I never had this issue until I was done breastfeeding. So initially when I was pregnant and I was breastfeeding, I just knew I wanted to get a breast reduction because they were so big, but I forgot that, like, over time you'll lose them, and then, like, when you lose weight, you lose them. At least I do in my body, because I didn't have huge boobs prior to getting pregnant. I had like a pretty good size. I was a 36C and they were fine. And then when I was pregnant, they got really big, and in breastfeeding, they were like an F or something. It was just so uncomfortable to work out, and it was not fun at all. But I really miss being able to dress without wearing a bra, like backless tops, crop tops. I used to wear that stuff all the time and feel just comfortable and confident in it, and I just don't anymore because I need the support, or else, I'm not even kidding, my boobs, they like almost go down to my belly button. So I feel like if I had all my teenage years, or it happened slowly over time, I would kind of come to terms with it. But because it was so quick, it was like I got pregnant, they got huge, and then I finished breastfeeding and it was sag like instantly. So I didn't have any time to really come to terms with that. And now it's been like a year and a half that I stopped breastfeeding, and I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I don't know. I want to be able to do something about it. So I actually spoke to a lot of you guys who have either had a lift or a reduction and a lift without implants, because I don't want implants. I don't need them. If anything, I want less boob. And I just wanted to know how that was. And the main thing a lot of you said was that your doctor either A, told you could still breastfeed after, or B, you were able to breastfeed after. So that is like something that I was kind of like nervous about. I'm like, if I do get this done, will I eventually be able to breastfeed? Is it something that like it's completely off the table now? So knowing that it still is a possibility, I just have to really make sure I'm going with the proper doctor, whatever. So I actually made 2 consultations with doctors. There's a lot in Montreal, but there's 2 that were really highly recommended by either friends of mine or like people in the medical field that know these doctors on a more personal level, not just the results, because the results are easy to see through their social media or their websites, but to actually get like a first-hand experience, or someone that knows them personally and knows they'll take good care of you and like listen to you. And I just need someone with a good bedside manner. That's just like the way I am. I need a doctor that is gonna be nice to me. It's like such a big deal of mine, especially experiencing things with birth and everything with just like not the best bedside manner. Like, I just really appreciate when it's good. So I have 2 consultations. There is no guarantee that I'm even gonna go through with it. I just want to be able to talk and like ask my questions and see what I think. One of the doctors is actually someone who works mainly with women who have had breast cancer and need reconstruction surgery. And I like that she's a woman because I feel like she gets it. Even though you can be a man and still do great things and have amazing results, I just feel really good with the fact that she's a woman and she has a great track record, and she is just very, at least I've never met her, but just according to other people, just very good. And then the other person is someone that like I know in the medical field who said that not only are they great, but they're like an amazing person, and I feel like you'll really like their personality. So anyways, I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna see and ask questions and decide if I even want to do it. It's not like something where you just go in for a consultation, then you get your boobs done like right away. It's a long process. Surgeries that are not necessary, it's a long wait list. Even surgeries, like where I'm from, even surgeries that are necessary, you're still waiting. It's not, we don't have, like everything, with public healthcare, it's just a lot of waiting time. And even though I would be paying for this because it's not a necessity, I'm still waiting. Where I live, there is something where you can get it covered or partially covered by Medicare, because like if you can prove that, let's say the size of your breasts are creating back problems for yourself, like I know my cousin has that, and so she's eligible to get it. I don't know if it's fully covered or partially covered by Medicare, but that's not my issue. I was having back pain from how big they were, but now that I lost weight, I don't have that issue anymore. So for me, it's just an aesthetic thing. It's just something that I want to feel confident in myself, to be able to wear the clothes that I want. And just speaking to so many of you that have said that this has literally changed your life and you do not regret it and you would promote it and like recommend it over and over again, has just made me feel so good, because I feel like that's the best thing, is when you are talking to someone who's had a similar experience and has gone through with it and is like, this is the best decision I've ever made. It's kind of like, I mean, it's not on the same level at all, but for us, when it came to sleep training with our baby, I'm like, if you're asking me for my advice, I would recommend it 100 times over again, because although it was like a little hard emotionally going through it, it didn't last long, and the long-term results are just like amazing. So yeah, it's kind of like that. I feel very like confident and good in this decision. And yeah, it's not like I'm gonna be saying I'm gonna do this for sure, but I think what I'll do is once I do go in for those consultations, I will keep you up to date and like what I thought. And they're not like back to back, they're kind of spread apart. So yeah, I don't even know when I'll be able to make an update about this. But another thing I want to quickly talk about is I posted on TikTok yesterday a video, or like a story time of Dan and I, and how we were like the enemies to lovers trope, just kind of like how we hated each other and growing up, and then obviously ended up married. And it went viral. And people, it's actually so funny because I forget that like random people see my videos on TikTok. I feel like on TikTok and especially YouTube, it's like you know what, all my social medias, I feel like it's a very like tight-knit community. And because I've been doing this for so long, and especially with Instagram where things are so weird now, and like my content just does not get pushed out to random people, it's literally just people that follow me. So I forget that like other people see my stuff, especially with TikTok. TikTok gets pushed out all the time, but you never know when a video is gonna get pushed out. Like sometimes it's the most random videos. And so I forget sometimes that like other people see my stuff. And so when someone commented like, wait, enemies, I need to know the story, I replied saying like, oh my gosh, I forget that like people see my things and like you don't know my story or our story. And I remember there was a comment that someone was like, how do you forget that random people on the internet don't know your story? And I'm like, fair. I don't know, I've been doing this for so long, I literally forget that random people can actually see this. It's been so long of like the same type of people seeing my content. So yeah, it was actually kind of funny to see people being like, oh my god, you need to sell this story to a movie or to a book, like I would totally read this book. And having lived it, I'm like, actually, yeah, this is a book I would read, because I love the enemies to lovers trope. Like that's my favorite thing. I think that's why I love the second book of ACOTAR so much, and especially the story with the fourth book, because I love that so much. I like it more than Friends to Lovers, so probably because I lived it. So it makes sense now, but it was kind of funny. And then people wanted to know Dan's perspective, so I asked him, I was like, what would your perspective be? And literally he's like, I don't know, we didn't like each other as kids, and then we got older and liked each other and started dating. And I'm like, so yeah, his is not very interesting, his version. I saw some comments of people being like, I want to know the gory details. And I was like, Do you want to know the gory details? Because I don't know. Maybe I will write into a book. I would change like certain things because I wouldn't want it to be too realistic, but I'd probably make it seem a lot more hatred and a lot more tension and intense than it actually was, because as teenagers, I just didn't like him and he just didn't like me, so we just did not vibe or hang out, or like we would hang out in a group, but I was like, ugh. Like, I just didn't care for him. So it wasn't even something that we were like friends that hated each other. It was like we just avoided each other. It's not even anything that exciting, but yeah. The long day today, I have a million errands I need to get done. I have a meeting, I have an appointment, just kind of like really boring stuff I need to get done today. And then I'm also trying to figure out where I want to, like Dan and I, we want to go on a little trip with Arky, and I'm trying to figure out what month, when, like in that month do we want to go, where do we want to go. So that is something that I need to research, and then I have editing to do. That's about it for today, and it's Friday, so TGIF. Cheers.